Army Regulation 700-127 PDF, Chapter 3, Process and Framework 3.1. The purpose of integrated logistic process is to introduce sustaining fully supportable material system in currently projected environments that meet operational system readiness objectives, SROs, at minimum LCCs, right size logistic footprint, demand of logistics, reduce the LCCs and cycle times, reduce duplication of efforts. 3.2 Process integrated logistic process deliberate unified iterative methodology used to develop material and support strategies, optimize functional support element system for a system, leverage existing environment investments, manpower systems, equipment, training facilities, and other resources. 3 Guide the system engineering process of using support attributes to achieve goals. 2 Identify the support design, the support and design of the support and support of the design. B The influence of the best design alternatives. C Refine SSS influence test evaluations. T&E the both systems and SSS resources requiring for requests of support provided the support to soldier. G Approve the support introduces support material system. 4 Ensure the interoperability of material within the Army DoD coalition partners. The integrated logistic process provides a management of 4 framework technical activities needed. 1 Influence operation material requirement capability system performance specification integration sustainability and maintainability, as well as an ultimate design selection of material systems. 2 Emphasize supportability early during the system lifecycle, defines refining required product support during the development implementation supportability strategy. The supportability strategy SS during the system of lifecycle provided the best value products and support to optimize system operational effectiveness. Obtaining the LCC improvement to the material system and the supportive system throughout the operational lifecycle. 6 Define the product support requirements best related to the system designed to each other. Implement the PBL. Figure 3.1 illustrates the integrated logistics process. Figure 3.1 10 ILS elements process into the inputs. The goal: make sure the system supported in consideration of 10 ILS integrated logistics support elements as input. The SEP as they all go. All requirement analysis returns goes to system analysis, and the system analysis and control and balance goes to functional requirements and system analysis and control balance, requirement analysis, functional analysis, synthesis analysis. And the stairwell up and down goes requirement analysis, functional analysis, allocation, and synthesis or supportability trade-off. In requirement loops and a design loop from requirement analysis to functional analysis, allocation, and supportability planning and analysis. A design loop from functional analysis allocation to the synthesis, and requirement and synthesis back to the requirement and analysis or supportable requirements. Supportable planning and analysis of the trade-off makes the circle of the process output supportable design. Notes: in the ILS relies on integrating the ILS framework process inputs in the system engineering model to the ILS process in continuous cycle is updated throughout the life cycle. 3 The integrated ILS process collaborative that requires ILS work with the program team members. The integrated logistics support elements into the design. Figure 3.1 integrated logistics support process. 3.3 The framework 10 integrated logistic elements. Integrated logistics process facilitates development integration logistics support elements to acquire the test of field supporting Army system. Integrated logistic elements are listed in Table 3.1. Table 3.1 integrated logistics supported elements. The 10 integrated logistic elements are maintenance planning and description of the maintenance planning, establishing maintenance concepts, requirements of the life of the system includes but not limited to levels of repair times, testability requirements, support equipment needed, training, TADS, manpower, skills, facilities, in-service, organic contract mixes, organic and contractor mix of repair responsibility, site and activation, development, preventive maintenance program using reliability, centered maintenance, sustaining, and so forth. This element is great impact of the planning, development, acquisition, and other logistics supporting elements. Manpower and personnel is the second element. Is involves identification, acquisition, personnel, military and civilian with skills graded, required to operate, maintain, support system over their lifetime. Every early identification is essential as needed. Manpower is an evident requirement to existing manpower levels of the organization. Formally process identification, justification may be made higher authority. Supply support is the third, consistent of all management action procedure techniques necessary to determine requirements to the catalog to acquire, catalog, receive, store, transfer, issue, dispose, pairs, repair parts, supplies, means of having spares, repair parts, supplies available in rights of quantities, the right of place as the right time and the right process of the process include provisions in the initial support process, as well as acquiring, distribution, replenishing inventory, support equipment consisting all equipment mobile, fixed. Fourth is support equipment consisting all equipment mobile and fixed. Requirements to support operational maintenance of system includes the ground handling maintenance equipment, trucks, air conditioners, generators, tools, meteorology, calibration equipment, manual, automatic testing equipped during the acquisition program. During the acquisition system, the program manager are expected to decrease proliferation of support equipment into the inventory, minimize the development of support equipment, giving more attention to the using of government and commercial equipment. 5. Technical data. The representation at 5. The fifth element is technical data. The representation of record information, scientific or technical nature, and regardless of the characteristics such as the equipment technical manuals, engineering drawing, engineering data specifications, standards data, items description, technical manuals, TMs, interactive technical manuals, ITMs, and the engineering drawings are most expensive and probably most important data acquisition made in the support system. TMs and IETMs provide instructions to operation, maintenance, and systems. And IETMs provide integrated system training, diagnostic fault installation procedures, address data, rights, and data delivery, as well as priority data is a part of the element. Computer programs and related software is not in technical documentation. Computer programs related software is a computer resource support. 6. Training and training support consistent in policies, processes, and procedures, techniques, training aids and devices, simulators and simulations, TADS, equipment in use and training civilian military personnel to acquire operational support as a system that includes individual crew time, new equipment training, initial formal on-the-job training, sustaining proficiency training through the greatest amount of training accomplished just prior to in the fielding system. It must be remembered but in that in most programs, large number of individuals must also be trained during the system development to support the system test and evaluation program. Computer resource and support is the facility hardware, software, documentation, manpower, personnel needs to operate, support mission critical computer hardware, software as the primary end of the software, support equipment, training and training devices, increasing complexity. More and more software is being used, expensive associated within the design, maintenance, and software programs is so high that one cannot afford to manage the process effectively. If the standard practice is to establish some form of computer resource working and accomplish necessary in planning and management of the computer resource support facilities, consistent with permanent and semi-permanent real property assessment required to support a system, including studies and defined facilities, facility improvement, location, space, needed environmental requirements, equipment to include facilities of training, equipment storage, maintenance, supply storage, ammunition storage, and so forth. Packaging and handling and storage and transportation. PHST is another element. The combination of resources, procedures, design, consideration methods to ensure all the systems, equipment, support items, and preserved, packaged, handled, and transferred properly, including environmental consideration, equipment preservations of a short-term, long-term transportability. Some items require special environmental control, shock and isolated containers to transport to or repair storage facilities via all modes of transportation: land, rail, air, sea. Intent, the design interface, the relationship, integrated logistics support elements. The design interface, the relationship of logistics related design parameters to the readiness and support resources requirement. Logistics related design parameters include the following: reliability, availability, maintainability, RAM, human factors, system safeties, survivability and vulnerability, human material management, environmental quality factors such as assessment of the air, water, and noise pollution, standardization and operable emergency management control, corrosion, destructive inspection, transportation, transability. The 10 design interface. These logistics related design parameters are expressed to the operational rather than inheritance values and specifically related to the system readiness, objectives, support costs. The system design interface boils down to elevating all facets of the acquisition from design to support operational concept, logistic impacts to the system and logistic infrastructure design interface, including developing of the system to operate net, Citra, and Chloe to comply with the Army Logistic Architecture AL. Any logistic support must be developed an integral part of the system engineering effort. Within each part of the trade-off may be required between elements in order to acquire with the affordable lowest LCC operable supportable, subtainable, and transportable to environmental sound within resource available in logistic checklist provided in Appendix C. 3.4 integrated logistic process of the acquisition strategy. All acquisition programs include high sensitive classified cryptological intelligence program will use the integrated logistic process as a tool help develop an acquisition strategy. The process may be tailored, minimize the time it takes and satisfy identified capability. Tailoring will give the full and consideration applicable statutes. Applicable logistic statutes include Title 10 U.S. Standard Code 2399 Operational Test Evaluation Defense Acquisition Program, Title 10 United States Code 2460 definition of depot maintenance and repair, Title 10 U.S. Standard Code 2461 consider commercial industrial type functions, required studies, reports, but for conversions of contract performance, Title 10 U.S. Standard Code 2464 core logistical capability, Title 10 U.S. United States Code 2466 limitation of performance of civilian, commercial, industrial type functions and requirement of the competition of 50/50 law, Title 10 U.S. Standard Code 2469 contracts to perform workloads previously performed at the depot level activities of the Department of Defense. 7. The number of phases, decision points, and tailored to be met specific needs individual programs on objective assessment, acquisition category, risk of adequacy, proposed risk management, and the urgency of the users. And tailored acquisition strategies may vary, and integrated logistics support related activities are to be conducted. Formality of the reviews of documentation needed for the other supporting activities. The program manager integrated logistics support related to goals, alternative decisions, plans, results, summarize acquisition strategy. Acquisition strategy AR701 will address the following: logistics support, sustainment concept, or organization role, responsibility. 3. Supportable related management, related marketed investigation plans and results, PBL implementation, and its applicable contractor support incentives as applicable. 6. Technical data rates and access. 7. Applicable commercial military standards. 8. Total ownership cost reduction. 10. 9. Interface national maintenance program. 10. Application diagnostic training system. 11. Application of unique item identification (UID), the automatic identification (AIT), application inoperable standardization, interchangeable core depot maintenance transition plans. 14. Acquisition cross-service agreements. 15. Environmental safety and occupational health. D. Whether the illustration requirements will be tailored according to the acquisition strategy, including the solicitation documentation. The contractor will define the approach to use to meet the standard integrated logistics requirements proposed, developed in response to solicitation. Military Handbook 502, the Army National Standard Institute, ANIS, Government Electronics Information Association, GEAI, Handbook Implementation, GEAI, Standard 006, Logistic Product Data, GEAI, Handbook 007, Logistics Project Data, LPD, GEAI, Standard 007 should be used. The Guideline Support Analysis, SAGEAI, GEIA, Standard 007, LBD guidance of data definitions, formats, the data products, options, product support of the data LMI, which must be required to support program requirements of the MIL preference 49506, logistic management and information LMI. The related documentation description DIDs providing guidance on acquiring the data performance terms. 2. Addressing the integrated logistics, including the related analytical efforts elements, program management, system engineering progress, and will be assessed during periodic integrated functional reviews. 3. Work breakdown structure, the format in itemized cost data of the integrated logistics program contracts. The program office may tailor program work breakdown structure for each program using the guidance of the Military Handbook 881A when multiple contractors are providing integrated logistic program contract items and their specific responsibilities clearly delineated. Chapter 4, Performance-Based Logistics Policy Implementation.